Well, welcome to the reading of the Times Reporter newspaper for Tuesday, November 3rd. Let's begin our reading with the area deaths. Delbert Wayne Flynn, 88, of Sugar Creek, went home to be with the Lord on Friday, October 30th, at Walnut Hills Nursing Home in Walnut Creek. Private family services will be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, at Smith Barnes Funeral Home in Sugar Creek, with burial in East Lawn Cemetery. Joseph W. Yoder, 89, of Millersburg, died Saturday, October 31st, at Walnut Hills Nursing Home in Walnut Creek. Public graveside services will be held on Thursday, November the 5th, at 2 p.m. at the Berlin Community Cemetery, with Pastor Jeff Hostetler officiating. Friends may call at the cemetery on Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. prior to the graveside service. David Aslanides, 69, of Bolivar, passed away in the Community Hospice Truman House on Sunday morning, November 1st. Visitation will be held Wednesday, November 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Guide Funeral Center at Dover. A funeral service will be held Thursday, November 5th, beginning at 11 a.m. in the Guide Funeral Center. My apologies to the family for any misrepresentation of his name. Verna Bontrager, 93, of 3281 State Route 39 Millersburg, passed away on Monday, November 2nd at her home. Services will be held on Wednesday, November 4th at 10 a.m. at the Steve Miller Residence in Millersburg. Friends may call anytime Tuesday after 1 p.m. at the Steve Miller Residence. Lynn R. Fox, 90, of Carrollton, died Saturday, October 31st at Mercy Medical Center in Canton. Walk-through visitation for Lynn will be held on Thursday, November 5th from 10 to 12 p.m. in Dodd's Funeral Home of Carrollton, followed by a public graveside service at 1 p.m. at Westview Cemetery. Sylvanus E. Hirschberger, known as Sil, was 101 years old, of Walnut Hills Nursing Home, passed away peacefully in his heavenly reward on Sunday, November 1st. Visitation will be held on Friday, November 6th at Bethel Fellowship Church on State Route 39 near Berlin from 6 to 8 p.m., with masks requested and social distancing being observed, with a no handshaking policy being observed. Floyd Owen Mullet, 71, of Sugar Creek, passed away early Sunday morning, November 1st, at Cleveland Clinic's Select Hospital in Cleveland following a brief illness. Due to the pandemic, a private family graveside service is planned. A celebration of life service will be scheduled later. Stephen William Richmond, 61, formerly of Sugar Creek, passed away on Sunday, November 1st, after a courageous battle with colon cancer. Memorial services will be held on Sunday, November 8th, at Maranatha Fellowship Church in Sugar Creek. The family will receive friends from 1:30 to 3 p.m. at the church, with social distancing being observed. Irma N. Troyer, 89, of 2993 County Road 114, Sugar Creek, died at a residence on Sunday, November 1st, after a brief illness. A double funeral service for Malin and Irma will be held at the home on Wednesday, November 4th at 9 a.m. Friends may call after 5 p.m. on Monday and at any time on Tuesday. Malin A. Troyer, 86, of 2993 County Road 114 in Sugar Creek, passed away at his residence on Monday, November 2nd, after a brief illness. A double funeral service for Mela and Irma will be held at the home on Wednesday, November 4th at 9 a.m. Friends may call after 5 p.m. on Monday and any time on Tuesday. Lenora J. Yeager, 82, passed away peacefully on November 1st. Per Lenora's wishes, there will be no public services and a private graveside service will be held. Joel A. Yoder, 81, of Brewster, passed away on Sunday, November 1st at his home. Friends may call on Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Spadell Funeral Home in Brewster, where masks are required and social distancing will be observed. Private family services will be held. And that concludes the area death readings from today's online edition. Let's now begin with our first article. 4 COVID-19 related deaths in Tuscarawas County. Holmes County ranks high for infection, by John Baker. Tuscarawas County health officials learned of 4 additional COVID-19 related deaths on Monday, bringing the total number of deaths to 43. The deceased include a 92-year-old man, a 76-year-old woman, an 84-year-old woman, and a 61-year-old woman. On Saturday, area leaders had a video conference with Governor Mike DeWine to discuss the situation in Tuscarawas County. Those attending included Tuscarawas County Health Commissioner Katie Seward, New Philadelphia Health Commissioner Vicki Iono, Tuscarawas County Commissioner Chris Abol, New Philadelphia Mayor Joel Day, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital President and CEO Bruce James, Kent State University at Tuscarawas Dean Brad Bilski, Tuscarawas County Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Scott Robinson, Tuscarawas Valley School Superintendent Mark Murphy, New Philadelphia Police Chief Michael Goodwin, and United Way of Tuscarawas County President and CEO Robin Waltz. Meanwhile, in Holmes County, officials there met with the governor on Thursday to discuss the fact that Holmes County had jumped into the top 5 of Ohio's 88 counties ranked by highest occurrence of COVID-19 cases over a 14-day period in mid-October. Holmes County Commissioner Joe Miller thanked DeWine and his staff for their efforts to protect residents and keep businesses open. Up next, more than 26,000 people cast ballots in early voting in Tuscarawas County. By John Baker. Early voting in Tuscarawas County ended on a strong note Monday, with around 6,000 people casting in-person ballots at the Tuscarawas County Board of Elections office at the courthouse in New Philadelphia. The board also sent out 21,508 absentee ballots to residents and had received 20,060 by Monday afternoon. At 2 p.m. Monday, at the close of early voting, there were still 72 people in line waiting to vote, said Elections Director Gail Garabrandt. All of those people got to cast their ballots. It was a similar situation on Sunday, where the board office was open from 1 to 5 p.m. for early voting. Elections officials were at the office until 9 p.m. to give everyone in line at 5 p.m. a chance to vote. Garabrandt said, "For Election Day, the polls on Tuesday will be open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Voters will be able to cast ballots at 43 polling locations around Tuscarawas County. Those going to the polls are reminded to bring identification and a mask." Garabrandt is estimating that about 20,000 people will vote on Election Day. The first results should be available by 7:45 p.m. Tuesday. "We're looking forward to a great day on Tuesday," Garabrandt said. Up next, MWCD names Chief of Recreation. After a nationwide search, Ryan McCleister has been named Chief of Recreation for Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District, or the MWCD. The Recreation Department is comprised of parks, marinas, and docking and includes 230 employees during peak seasons. Ryan brings more than 20 years of experience in the parks and recreation sports management fields. He most recently worked for the Township of Upper Street, Clare, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Assistant Director of Recreation, Facilities, and Operations. Throughout his service, he has received numerous awards and accolades. Most notably, he was recognized by Pennsylvania Recreation and Park Society, the PRPS, with the Outstanding New Professional Award for his contribution, leadership, and commitment in the parks and recreation field. He was a part of a team which went on to win multiple awards from PRPS in operations and recreation programs. Ryan has a master's degree in industrial leadership with an emphasis in sports management from Roberts Morris University. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with his family and staying active through weight training, basketball, and golf. We are pleased to welcome Ryan to MWCD as our new Chief of Recreation, says Executive Director Craig Butler. His education and background in the recreation industry, plus his childhood connections to MWCD and growing up in Northeast Ohio, makes him a perfect fit for our organization. Our next article, Sailboats Capsized During Regatta at Atwood Lake, No One Injured, by John Baker. In Delroy, 7 sailboats capsized during a regatta Sunday morning at Atwood Lake, sending people into the water. 2 rangers with the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District responded to multiple calls of capsized boats at 11:50 a.m., according to Adria Bergeron, Marketing Public Affairs Administrator for the Conservancy District. The call was regarding an Atwood Yacht Club regatta involving small 2 to 3 person sailboats, she said. Approximately 7 of them had capsized, sending people into the water. Everyone in the capsized vessels were accounted for, all were wearing life jackets, and none required a trip to the hospital. All the vessels have been recovered, and no damage has occurred to any of the sailboats. High winds on Sunday were likely contributors to the incidents. Gusts on Sunday ranged from 20 miles an hour to 39 miles per hour in Tuscarawas County, as reported by Maisonneuve.org. Bolivar had 26 miles per hour, Sugar Creek 35 miles an hour, New Philadelphia on the south side 39 miles per hour. Harry Cleaver Field in New Philadelphia was an official 33 miles per hour. New Philadelphia on the west side 36 miles per hour, Uhrichsville 24 miles an hour, Newcomerstown 20 miles an hour. And moving on, Auburn voters asked to pay more for road and bridge maintenance. Auburn Township officials are hoping voters will agree to more than double their investment into the township's roads and bridges. Trustee Andrew Gordon says Issue 11 is a 3 mil levy for road and bridge maintenance that would replace the 2 mil levy from 2006 that cost the owners of a $100,000 home about $43 per year. Gordon says the replacement levy, if approved, would raise that to about $105 annually. He says doing this now will help the road last longer and require less maintenance when it becomes even more expensive in the future. The current 2 mil levy generates about $43,000 for the roads and bridges annually. Issue 11 would increase that to about $93,000. Our next article, York Township firefighters seeking levy replacement. The York Township Fire Department is counting on voter support again for a replacement tax levy on the ballot. Issue 17, a 5-year 3 mil replacement tax for fire protection. Fire Chief Charlie Fenton says his 100% volunteer department relies on funding like this levy and grants for operating expenses such as equipment, gear, and any necessary upgrades. Fenton says the township has been putting replacement levies on the ballot instead of renewals for fire protection every 5 years to reflect current property valuations and new construction. He says the last replacement levy passed with about 75% of the vote. Up next, 3 candidates seek Ohio's 7th congressional district seat. The 7th District Congressman Republican Bob Gibbs is up against 2 challengers on the general election ballot. Gibbs, a 5-term incumbent, says he is running on accomplishments that range from securing regional infrastructure projects funding for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to co-sponsoring a bipartisan loan forgiveness bill to provide financial relief for hospitals hurt by the shutdown. Democrat Quentin Potter of Canton feels his background in finances and government budgeting at various agencies at the state level qualifies him for the job. Libertarian Brandon Lape of Danville says he believes in being more conservative on spending, more aggressive on protecting freedoms, and addressing social issues, and that the government is too intrusive. Our next article, ballot rematch in 6th Congressional District race. Ohio's 6th Congressional District race should look familiar to voters as it's identical to 2 years ago. Incumbent Republican Bill Johnson defeated Democrat Shauna Roberts of Belmont then with about 70% of the vote total. Johnson says he's proud of his record during his 5 terms in Congress, such as his 18 pieces of legislation signed into law by Presidents Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Johnson says goals for another term include keeping the economic recovery going, remaining energy dormant on the global stage, and extending broadband internet into rural Ohio. Roberts has apologized to supporters on social media because she hasn't been actively campaigning or granting media interviews due to some family and health issues. Up next, the 5th annual Community Coat Drive is underway by Lori Feeney. When Sally Espenscheid took it upon herself to establish a community coat drive 5 years ago, she had no idea how big it would get. Neither could she have known what a huge need there would be for it this year. "I almost didn't do it this year," said Espenscheid, concerned about finding a place willing to hold the event in the COVID environment. But because many people have lost their jobs, had their work hours shortened, and had significant impact on their income, it's more important than ever for us to help out where we can. Espenscheid put together a Facebook post asking for help, and she got it. Renee Hess, co-owner of The Garage in New Philadelphia, along with her husband Steve, contacted Espenscheid, saying they would open up their business for the event. Hess and Espenscheid had attended school together at Dover High School. "If Renee hadn't offered to help, I don't know if I'd have done it," said Espenscheid, who started the coat drive 8 years ago. At that time, it was the only one in the area. "I had just held a garage sale when I learned Sally was doing a coat drive," Hess said. "I had coats in the sale, but I told Steve I'd rather give them away to someone who really needed them." Espenscheid was in charge of the coat drive when it took place at the grocery store where she worked. When she left her position, the coat drive was discontinued, so she started one of her own. "We almost ran out of coats the first year," Espenscheid said. "We never seemed to have enough kids' coats, but we really need all sizes. We really ran out of coats again last year. I think we had 12 left at the end of the day." If you'd like to donate coats, take your gently used coat to any of these 5 drop-off locations. The Garage at 165 West High Avenue, New Philadelphia, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. Boulevard Lanes, 818 Emerson Street, Dover, on Sunday and Monday from noon to 9, Tuesday and Thursday from noon to 11, and Saturday from 10 to 11. Focus Nutrition at 243 West 3rd Street in Dover, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Twice Treasured at 104 South Broadway, New Philadelphia, Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Inside Out Nutrition at 1239 Monroe Street, Northwest, New Philadelphia, Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is the 5th year Jim LeBlanc, owner of Inside Out Nutrition in New Philadelphia, is participating in the coat drive. "We've been so fortunate," LeBlanc said. "The community has really taken us in." Espenscheid said Dover Chemical and Kaufman Realty, where she works, are conducting in-house collections for their employees. "In fact, I just learned that Dover Chemical is collecting money and buying brand new coats, so that's amazing," Espenscheid said. You can donate coats until November the 5th. The last day to drop off coats is Thursday, November the 5th. "On Friday, I run my tail off and collect all the coats at the various drop-off points," Espenscheid said. "Then on Friday night, Renee and Steve will clear out the garage so we can sort the coats and set for the event Saturday." On Saturday, November 7th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., people can come in and help themselves to a coat. That's a swift turnaround, but Espenscheid said she gets help from her husband and daughter, as well as a few friends. For people who want to donate but cannot get out to a drop-off location, Espenscheid and her daughter will arrange to pick up coats. For more information or to schedule a pickup, you can call Espenscheid at 330-204-1828. And our next article, Austin Bailey Health and Wellness Foundation approves grant. The trustees of the Austin Bailey Health and Wellness Foundation have approved grants totaling $120,510 to 11 nonprofit organizations. The foundation supports programs that promote the physical and mental well-being of the people residing in Holmes, Stark, Tuscarawas, and Wayne counties. The foundation provides $43,000 in scholarships to students engaged in health-related studies at Altman College, Kent State University Stark, Kent State University Tuscarawas, Malone University, Ohio University, Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, Stark State College, University of Akron Wayne College, University of Mount Union, and Walsh University. Those receiving grants include Access Health Tuscarawas County Dover for $17,500, portion of Community Health Workers' salaries. Faith in Action Massillon, $10,110 for basic operation for salary, insurance, postage, and fuel cards. Feed Kids First in North Canton, $3,300 for food for the school pantry program. Mercy Medical Center, $25,000 for residency dental program at the main campus and at St. Paul's Square. Mount Eaton Care Center, Mount Eaton, $4,000 for equipment for birthing center. Ohio's Life Care Hospice in Worcester, $30,000 for palliative care navigator and coordinator. St. Luke's Lutheran Community North Canton, $8,000, ultraviolet disinfection unit to protect against COVID-19. Stark County Diaper Bank, Canton, $3,600 for a diaper bank space expansion. Stark County Fatherhood Coalition in Canton, $2,000 for health and safety kits for new parents. Stark County Hunger Task Force in Canton, $10,000 to alleviate the cost of food for those in need. And YMCA of Central Stark County, Canton, $7,000 for mobile wellness equipment for youth and seniors. The foundation has 2 grant cycles each year and welcomes grant requests that are health and wellness related. It is suggested nonprofit organizations call the foundation office first to discuss their project or program. The deadline for submitting grants for the next cycle is December the 1st. Our next article, grant funds help save lives in Tuscarawas County. The Tuscarawas County Health Department was recently awarded $41,994.29 in federal traffic safety funding from the Ohio Department of Public Safety's Ohio Traffic Safety Office. This will be the 5th year the Safe Community Grant has been awarded to the Tuscarawas County Health Department. We're committed to working with safety partners to address traffic safety concerns in Tuscarawas County. These partners are critical to the success of safe communities' traffic safety efforts, says Kelly Snyder, Safe Communities Program Coordinator for the Tuscarawas County Health Department. During the past grant year, from October 1, 2019 to September 30, 2020, Safe Communities of Tuscarawas County utilized alternative methods for its community outreach and traffic safety education efforts due to the COVID-19 pandemic. During the July 4th holiday, Safe Communities of the Tuscarawas County Health Department partnered with the Tuscarawas Anti-Drug Coalition to distribute over 1,100 Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over flyers to local pizza shops and grocery stores. Recently, Safe Communities distributed over 100 traffic safety goodie bags at the Tuscarawas Valley Farmers Market and partnered with Wendy's Restaurant in Newcomerstown to hold a Safety Day event. During the Safety Day event, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, and Newcomerstown Police Department assisted Safe Communities with seatbelt safety checks. During the previous grant years, Safe Communities reached more than 6,000 people at more than 25 events throughout the county. Some activities included working in many of the local high schools to educate youth about the importance of safe driving through events such as prom safety education, the State Farm Distracted Driving Billboard Contest, and the annual Teen Driving Rodeo. In 2019, Tuscarawas County experienced 9 fatal crashes that resulted in 10 fatalities. So far in 2020, Tuscarawas County has experienced 11 fatal crashes, resulting in 14 fatalities during the COVID-19 pandemic. Tuscarawas has seen increase in speed-related crashes as well as impaired driving. To save lives and improve the quality of life for citizens, the Tuscarawas County Health Department will use the grant funds to raise public awareness and educate the public about traffic safety issues. The funds are passed through OSO from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to support the efforts of safety partners statewide and focus on traffic safety priorities such as restraint use, impaired driving, motorcycle safety, and youthful drivers. Competitive grant proposals are accepted and reviewed by OTSO. The competitive grant process solicited grant proposals from state agencies, nonprofit organizations, colleges, universities, hospitals, political subdivisions, and other interested groups within selected Ohio counties and jurisdictions based on the number of fatal crashes. Well, friends, that concludes the reading of the Times Reporter for Tuesday, November 3rd. My name is Pam. Thank you for having me in your home. Please remember to stay safe. I wish you abundant blessings and do what you can do to make today a really great day.